the further organization and development of this observatory of mine, for the more detailed observation of the remote concentrations of our great universe and of the planets of this solar system. Among the objects of my observations, then, was also this planet Earth. Time passed. The process of existence on this planet also began gradually to be established, and it seemed from all appearances that the process of existence was proceeding there just as on all other planets. But by close observation, first, it could be clearly seen that the numbers of these three-brained beings were gradually increasing, and secondly, it was possible sometimes to observe very strange manifestations of theirs. That is, from time to time, they did something which was never done by three-brained beings on other planets. Namely, they would suddenly, without rhyme or reason, begin destroying one another's existence. Sometimes this destruction of one another's existence proceeded there not in one region alone, but in several, and would last not just one Dianosk, but many Dianosks, and sometimes even for whole Ornakras. Dianosk signifies day, Ornakra signifies month. It was sometimes very noticeable also that from this horrible process of theirs, their numbers rapidly diminished. But on the other hand, during other periods when there was a lull in these processes, their numbers also very noticeably increased. To this peculiarity of theirs we gradually got used, having explained it to ourselves that obviously for certain higher considerations these properties also must deliberately have been given to the organ Kundabuffer by the Most High Commission. In other words, seeing the fecundity of these biped beings, we assumed that this had been done with aforethought, in view of the necessity that they should exist in such large numbers for the needs of the maintenance of the common cosmic harmonious movement. Had it not been for this strange peculiarity of theirs, then it would never have entered anybody's head that there was anything queer on that planet. During the period to which the aforesaid refers, I visited most of the planets of that solar system, the populated and the as yet unpopulated. Personally, I liked best of all the three-centered beings breeding on the planet bearing the name Saturn, whose exterior is quite unlike ours, but resembles that of the being bird raven. It is interesting, by the way, to remark that for some reason or other, the form of being bird raven breeds not only on almost all the planets of this solar system, but also on most of those other planets of the whole of our great universe, upon which beings of various brain systems arise and are coated with planetary bodies of different forms. The verbal intercourse of these beings, ravens, of that planet Saturn is something like ours. But in regard to their utterance, it is, in my opinion, the most beautiful of any I have ever heard. It can be compared to the singing of our best singers, when with all their being they sing in a minor key. And as for their relations with others, I don't even know how to describe them, can be known only by existing among them and by experiencing them oneself. All that can be said is that these bird beings have hearts exactly like those of the angels nearest our endless Maker and Creator. They exist strictly according to the 9th commandment of our Creator, namely, do unto another's as you would do unto your own. Later, I must certainly tell you much more in detail about those three-brained beings also who arise and exist on the planet Saturn, since one of my real friends during the whole period of my exile in that solar system was a being of just that planet, who had the exterior coating of a raven, and whose name was Harhar.